It's the Ghurn Blandston Show. It's the Ghurn Blandston Show. It's the Ghurn Blandston Show. It's the Ghurn Blandston Show.
This is the Ghurn Blandston Show, and I am Ghurn Blandston. We're so happy to be here tonight. I've got, of course, the regulars, Kitty Saber LaRue, and thank you for that introduction, Kitty. We brought a little class, and so, to the show, and I really appreciate it.
Finally.
Well, you're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, well, good. And, of course, along with Kitty, as always, I have my co-host, the smartest man on the planet, the man voted most likely to need an injection, Dinkle Dinkelson.
Yay!
Dink, how are you doing, buddy? I know you're not in your usual place now. You're up there in the North Country. You got sent up to Alaska. I understand it came down from the front office. Dr. Hatchett, would you like to join in this conversation?
Well, certainly. I've been to Alaska.
Have you? That's right. Well, apparently, Dink was sent up there to interview polar bears, and what company sent him, I don't know. But through the miracle, Dr. Hatchett, the miracle of shortwave radio, we're able to talk to Dink. So I'm going to dial him in now. Dink, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, how is it up there? How is it up there, Dink?
But the northern lights are beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. That's good. What's the temperature up there, buddy?
Minus 19.
Ooh.
In the shade.
All right. Well, see if you can find a Quonset hut or something, and we'll be talking to you more. I'm sure. Find you a Quonset hut to warm up in. I want to get some reports from up there, but Dink will be doing the show from Alaska this evening, and of course we have Dr. Hatchett as well, Kitty. And, of course, I'm Ghurn Blandston. All right, this is the Ghurn Blandston Show, and I am Ghurn Blandston. Along with Dink up there in the North Country. I think he found a Quonset hut, though. Do you have a Quonset hut up there, Dink?
Yes.
Yeah? You don't sound too happy.
I'm not.
How come?
It's freaking cold.
Well, that's what happens when you misuse company funds, and you get an assignment in Alaska, and maybe
that makes absolutely no sense.
Yes, it does. We are a company. Ghurn Co. has always been a company that teaches by example.
Ghurn. Why would you spend more money to send me to Alaska to teach me a lesson?
That came from upstairs, Dink. I wasn't in the decision-making process on that one. I don't know, but I'm sure they have good reasons. Anyway, so, you can do the show just as easily. I wanted to bring in a person now that we've talked about before, but I've got him on the line. He's a brand new superhero. He's been superheroing, I think, Kitty, wasn't it about 6 months we read in his bio?
Yeah. 5-6 months, right up.
And he goes by the name of Impossible Man. And so, Mr. I don't know what I would call him. Dink, what would I call him?
Mr. Impossible Man?
Mr. Impossible Man. That seems a little wordy, but okay. Mr. Impossible Man. Mr.
I didn't have
Impossible
much
Man.
time.
Huh?
I didn't have much time. I was kind of under the gun, so that's the best I could do.
Impossible, or are you on the line, sir?
Mr. Impossible Man.
I see, and apparently you carry your own music with you. That's great. Do you also do lighting?
No, that's a union thing. I can't get into that.
Yeah. We're always glad here on the Ghurn Show to give publicity to up and coming superheroes. We love all you guys. There's Spider Boy. There's Tarantula Man. There's you. Some more probably I can't think of. And, it's really great. So Impossible Man, it's hard to tell from your name, just kind of what you can do. Can you give us some examples of your crime fighting abilities?
Oh, well, I don't really have any crime fighting abilities.
I see.
But I have some abilities.
I see.
But nothing that relates directly to crime fighting.
Uh-huh. And so how were you able to then call yourself a crime fighter if you have no crime fighting abilities? You certainly have to do something.
I just dial 911 a lot.
I see. Well, in this day and age, we have to be careful about being a superhero because you could get canceled, and that wouldn't work. That wouldn't be good for anyone. And so I can understand that. But I was told on your bio here that I correct me if I'm wrong, you wrote your own bio, that you had impossible powers that you could invoke in your crime-fighting duties. It's mentioned here you could make rivers run backwards.
Yes.
I guess then if a crook happened to be going down a river away from you, that you could turn that river around and bring him back to you and then arrest him or whatever.
Then I could bring him back and have somebody arrest him. I have no.
You have no arresting
powers.
authority.
Yeah. So they keep telling me.
Well, and you probably should listen to them.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, as it turns out, that's really not a thing.
It's really not a thing. And
yes,
so
as they keep telling me.
And so,
did you get in trouble for
are
it?
you a married man, Mr. Impossible Man?
Yes, I've got a Mrs. Impossible woman, and she's even more amazinger than me.
More impossible than you?
Amazingly impossible.
I see.
I'm sure she's got better grammar.
She might have better grammar.
It is a possibility of a definite maybe that she might. Yes.
So Impossible Man, just how in the world are you going to go in the future here, going on from now? How are you going to be able to fight crime effectively if you really don't have crime fighting powers?
Well, I've got a new cell phone and I've got a plan.
I see. Well, man, that's certainly impossible. I would say to.
So they keep telling me
to do that. I think it would be impossible to not carry on and try to be a superhero. Dink, do you have any questions for Impossible Man? I've run out.
Just exactly how fast can you hit 911?
I've got it on speed dial. I'm pretty quick.
So one,
and then I've got it to where they recognize my voice, and they either get somebody there pretty quick or they just hang up on me, and it's kind of a potluck. What's going to happen?
So they do know it's Impossible Man calling.
Well, yes, and of course that's the way I start. This is Impossible Man, and I've got an emergency.
And they never have asked you, well, what are you going to do about it?
Well, no, they keep telling me, don't do anything about it. We'll be right there.
And so you watch and report, basically?
That's about the extent of my crime fighting skills.
Yes.
That I'm legally allowed to use.
Well, I really I have to give my honest evaluation of this, Impossible Man. You are probably the lamest superhero I've ever spoken to. I don't believe anyone would probably depend on you for anything.
Well, I'm pretty good in a flood.
What would you do in a flood, Mr. Impossible
Well, he
Man?
can move water backwards.
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, where does it go, though? Because wouldn't it just flood the other way?
Oh, yeah, it floods away.
It just goes to the neighbors.
Well,
floods
see,
away.
that's
not
not
a real popular move.
Yeah.
It is a move.
It is a move. And on that word, I think I need to move and continue on from the show. Impossible Man, thank you. We won't be looking forward to being helped by you, but we will certainly keep an eye out. And
take care, Impossible Man.
All right.
Do you have some impossible music, Kitty, for Impossible Man? Maybe something really impossible to play, something impossible to listen to.
That's impossible.
I know, right?
Good night, everybody. This is the Ghurn Blandston Show, and I am Ghurn Blandston. Now we'd like to have a word from our sponsor, Billies Button Back Hair Barber Emporium. I recommended, I went there myself, and so I can tell all the folks that it's just a great place to go. And I talked Dink into going one time. Dink, how did you like your experience at the BBBC? Unique. So, yeah, did you...
I'm not going to get into specifics. But
So if your butt needs a fade... If your posterior needs a pompadour, if your lady wants you to slick it up a little bit, if you need some braids on your back, are you follically enhanced? Come to Billy's Butt and Back Hair Barber Emporium. You'll be glad you did. This is Ghurn Blandston. And this is the Ghurn Blandston Show. We're going to make a visit now to the Hinterland Hotline and see if we can't call some person who has gone beyond. Dr. Hatchet, are you there to back me up to speak with people who have gone beyond?
Well, yeah.
All right. I'm glad you're there, Dr. Hatchet. You are a great source of comfort and solitude. So the first one we're going to try, and it's a little unusual, but the process goes like this. You drop your holy water down the fold, and you come up and you say to your people, hey, can I speak? Can I speak to Peter Lorre, film star from the 30s, good guy, weird mustache, Peter Lorre. Peter, are you out there?
Yes, Ghurn. Excuse me. We communicate telepathically up here, so it's going to take me a little bit to get used to actually speaking again.
Mr. Lorre.
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
That is wonderful. I'm so glad to be able to talk to you. The connection, it sounds as though you're standing right next to me. But I know that's not possible because you have entered the hinterland. So how do you find heaven?
Oh, it's great, Ghurn. Everybody's just so cool. I haven't spoken to Boris since he was on your show, but I must say there is some anti-Ghurn sentiment up here. I'm actually not very popular for doing this, but I am curious. Why do you want to talk to me?
Well, I've always found you interesting, Peter. The one line, from all your movies that I love. Could you give us that one line? Just that one line.
I imagine you're speaking about you don't suspect me, do you?
Oh, that's just wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Yay!
All right, Dr. Hatchett, are you standing by with us? Mr. Peter Lorre's on the Hinterland Hotline, and I was wondering if you might have any questions for Mr. Lorre concerning when he was a movie star.
What's for dinner?
Do you even know who I am?
I don't think he does, Mr. Lorre. You see, he was raised in a place that they don't allow TV, and it just got out actually, and so he may not be familiar with your work. But I am, sir, and I want to tell you right now, I think you're great. I think you've always been great. And so I'm so glad we got a chance to talk to you, and I guess you'll be resting now.
But I'm actually, some of us are getting together for a poker game. But I'm glad I had a good influence on your life, Ghurn. Thank you for calling me.
Can you tell me who might be on that poker game, Peter? I'd be interested.
Well, of course, Vincent Price.
Yeah.
And of course, Doyle Brunson, the great Dolly, the supreme poker player, and Jimi Hendrix. Jimmy loves to play poker, and Seth. And Seth usually sits into a poker game.
That name keeps popping up. He really must be popular up there. I was wondering if Truman Capote ever plays with you.
No, actually, Truman went the other way.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, thank you, Mr. Peter Lorre, film star from the 30s and 40s. You've been such a good sport to
You're welcome, Ghurn. I was very blessed. You all take care. Thank you, Kitty, for the music.
Oh, you're welcome. It was so nice to hear your voice.
This is Ghurn Blandston, and here on the Ghurn Blandston Show, as usual, we always want to feature the weird and the kooky, and this episode is no exception. I have on the line two people who I call people, but they do not fit the definition of people per se.
What?
First up, I have a zombie that we got from a place up near South America. Mr. Zombie, are you there with us? Mr. Zombie? How do you like being a zombie, sir? I can understand. Yeah, it's bound to be something very special. Have you traveled a lot as being a zombie? Have you done a lot of walking? And so, right. Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you this, Mr. Zombie. Is it true that zombies have no feelings?
No.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate your honesty on that answer for sure. And also, I have on the line a vampire, Mr. Vampire. Have you flown here, or have you? How did you get to the Ghurn Blandston show?
Well, I called in, of course.
Are you from England?
My ancestors originally, yes.
So, is it true that you bite necks?
Yes, it is true.
Is it also true, sir, that you bite necks of young, nubile women?
I actually prefer young boys, if you must know.
Mr. Zombie, let me ask you a question. What part did you take in the Great Zombie Uprising of '96? That's right. I suspected so. Mr. Vampire, what do you do for spare time, in your spare time, to relax and to, have a good time?
Well, of course I sleep in my coffin during the day. What else would I be doing?
I thought that was kind of a old wives' tale. You actually sleep in a coffin.
Of course.
Well, that's great. Mr. Zombie, how about you? Where do you sleep? Yes, of course. I can totally, I'm with you on that. Totally. And Mr. Vampire, do you get pleasure from death?
Of course I do. It's death or immortality. I decide.
Mr. Zombie, how do you like death, sir? Really? It sounds pretty challenging. Yeah. I can understand that. I can understand it. I'm Ghurn Blandston, and this has been an interview with a zombie and a vampire.
I am Batman.
This is the Ghurn Blandston Show. I am Ghurn Blandston, and we are happy to have a bunch of people here tonight. It's such an exciting show, and we'll want to, of course, bring in some more guests. And Dink, I was needing to talk to you about something that apparently that we're having some technical difficulties. The guitar player doesn't know to fade out, and so I'm going to have to fade him out right now. And he's gone. Okay. So sorry to hear about that. But, Dink, I think you was talking here a while back, or I was bringing it up to you, that you have a baboon problem down there in the great state of Atlanta. And we wanted to ask you about that. Have you had any problems lately?
Baboons and gators and hogs. Oh no!
Oh man!
Yeah, we got some wildlife revolting down here.
Dink, you're in luck. We just happened to have on the show a Merle Manflecker. He comes from down there. He's a Monkey Wrangler for the movies and that sort of thing. And was going to get him on the line and see if he has any words of advice, anything he can tell you that might help you with your problem. Mr. Manflicker, are you out there?
Yes.
Yeah?
Das ist los.
Okay. That's great.
Yes,
and as I understand it, you're a Monkey Wrangler.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And
Merle. Can I call you Merle?
Sure, you call me tomorrow.
Good. Yeah, we've got baboons running around in little gangs down here. Do you have any advice for me?
I would shoot some with your Hassenwaffe.
Uh-huh. Dink, do you have one of those handy?
No, but I got something good enough.
Do you? Well,
Yeah.
you know, Mr. Manflecker, you I guess have wrangled monkeys for many years, and have supplied monkeys to circuses and carnivals and movies and things like that. Is that right?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, indeed.
Yeah. Is there anything you can tell us about your job?
Sure, you beats them and you feeds them and you makes them do what you want.
And just exactly what extremes do you have to go through to do that?
You against the Hassenwaffe, you just shoots them.
Aha. And so when you shoots them, are they able to perform?
No, you get another one after that. So shoots them, you move on.
Ah, I see. Well, Dink, I don't know if that's any help to you, but apparently, apparently Merle recommends shooting them.
Yeah, you make an example out of them, and the others learn from that.
Ah.
Yeah,
There,
Lord,
see, now you've
you.
struck a nerve. Now you've struck a chord with Merle. Merle, what suggestions would you use for the type of dispatching method, if you will, that that you can use to dispatch the monkeys and baboons?
Just shoots the Hassenwaffe and shoots them into the chutes. Shoots them in the Hassenwaffe, or shoots them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I think I do have your point. I think I was able to understand what you need to go through. And so, Dink, that's just apparently what you're going to have to do is to get you a Hassenwaffe and whatever that is. And let me Google that right quick. Oh, Hassenwaffe. A mild-mannered way of dispatching monkeys. Now, that's what it says in the dictionary.
Mild-mannered? I don't think he's talking mild-mannered.
He's not?
No.
No. See, I don't know if Hassenwaffe is a maker or whatever, but I'm thinking that whatever it is,
big bada boom, big bada boom.
A shotgun will work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big bada boom.
Kitty, I know that you have a soft spot in your heart for baboons and or monkeys. Do you agree with this way of doing things, or would you have something else?
Well, I hate to admit it, but I go with the bada boom. They've got teeth. Have you seen the teeth on those things?
On the
No.
baboons?
And they chase you. So I'm not against shooting them.
They've been known to steal things.
Yeah, I'm scared of baboons, so I think I'm on the side of the doctor.
They don't work well with others.
No, they chase you, and I've got really short legs.
That sounds like your old grammar school report.
Right?
We do have the kaflui in the banana. Banana kaflui.
Oh.
You want a banana kaflui?
That doesn't sound as mild-mannered as just...
Thank you for putting that into scientific terms there, Merle. Kaflui is one that, that's great.
Big kaflui.
Well, I think Dink has enough now to go out and really address his problem and make make some difference.
Dr. Merle, thank you.
And and you can get those Kaflui bananas at Ghurn Co. and Helco both, which is a subsidiary of Helco Ghurn Co. And you can get those there, and it will fix up your problem. This is the Ghurn Show. I am Ghurn Blandston. It's Matt's Motorama. Matt's Motorama and Monkey Farm. We're loaded with cars down here at Matt's Motorama. Come on down. You need a monkey? We got used monkeys. You need a car? We've got new cars. You got it. We're swimming in monkeys. We're swimming in cars. It's Matt's Motorama and Monkey Farm. And don't forget to slap Jimmy the plastic monkey on your way out. That's Matt's Motorama and Monkey Farm.
Stop the monkey.
This is the Ghurn Blandston Show, and we are so happy to be here tonight. Dink, are you happy? Are you having a good time?
Absolutely. Oh,
good.
Me so happy.
I love your enthusiasm, Kitty. How are you hanging in there,
I'm
girl?
doing pretty good. Just hanging.
Have the meds kicked in at this point?
No.
No.
I'm still waiting.
Well. Don't wait too long because bad things can happen. Guys, we have in the studio tonight Captain Banana Hands. He comes to us, from the superhero file that, of course, we had earlier there. And Captain Banana Hands, good to have you. Well, thank you, Ghurn. I am Captain Banana Hands. That's right. I've been Captain Banana Hands for about 15 years now, and I really want to say hi to old Dink. Dink, you out there?
Yes, Captain Banana Hands. How are you?
Well, I'm Captain Banana Hands. I've got hands that are made of bananas, and I have special things I can do. I can make people slip and fall. That's one of my superpowers. I make a mean banana split. I can go out.
Always good.
Go out into the crowds and everybody looks at my hands and they look like bananas. That's why I'm called Captain Banana Hands. And I just I wanted to be on the Ghurn Show and let people know that Captain Banana Hands is out there, and I'm really looking forward to saving some of you people. Well, Mr. Hands, could you tell the folks and maybe Dr. Hatchett needs what caused this unusual condition that you have that your hands are bananas? Well, Ghurn, I don't really spread this around too much, but I'm half monkey. That's right. I'm half monkey. My mom got involved with a monkey guy, and she told him to put something about pulling out. But anyway, I came along later, and lo and behold, the monkey part of me was just in my hands. I have banana hands. And Dink, I know that you know several superheroes that don't have banana hands. What about a superhero that does?
Well, I think that's great. I do have a question though. Like if you are, say, throw a banana peel down so a criminal slips and can't get away, how long does it take you to regenerate to where you could do that again if you needed to?
Well, Dink, see, I only use the skin. And then, I usually only use the skin to make somebody fall down. And then I eat the other part of the banana. I eat my own finger.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've got a kind of an ethical question here. I'm going to just lay it out there.
Go ahead.
You ever thought about, you have any trouble maybe, slipping a Mickey to a fellow monkey?
Well, I thought you'd never ask about that. I do have to do that sometimes. I slip Mickeys. That's another power that I have. I slip Mickeys to people that need it, and I go around in my banana hands mobile, which is a banana yellow 1976 Volkswagen. And it has, bananas painted on it. And I travel around in my banana car.
So when you're slipping these Mickeys, are these permanent Mickeys, or is this just for the next several moments they're incapacitated?
That's right.
These are the monkey Mickeys?
That's right. They are all of those.
Have you ever done any monkey wrangling?
Yes. I attract monkeys quite bad. I can't walk down the street I'm not followed by monkeys. It kind of makes it hard.
Because of your hands?
Yeah. They smell my hands. They of course smell like bananas. And the next thing you know,
it looks like you're carrying a bunch of bananas. Yeah, I get that.
And so, it makes it hard to do certain things, having banana hands. It's real hard to pick my nose. They're too big. It's really hard to scratch sometimes, depending on where I itch. But that's who I am. I'm Captain Banana Hands, and I can't be anyone else. Okay, so.
Well, I think you should stay with that. We need to hook him up with that fella down in, where was he, Florida or something? And he was needing some banana wrangling or monkey wrangling, and bada bing, bada boom, and bada big boom.
I'm sure I could make a difference. I'm sure I could make a difference. Dink. I just want to tell you that, anytime you want a banana split, just come peel one off, okay?
All right. Deal.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. You're welcome. We're on the Ghurn Show. We have Kitty. We have Dink. We have Dr. Hatchet, who was fired and rehired and then reconsummated.
Is he on probation?
Yeah, he is on lateral probation.
Certainly.
He has to submit to cavity searches every other day. And
what about? Is he steaming your britches?
No, I save that for a certain few people. This is the Ghurn Show, and I am Ghurn Blandston, and this is our next last episode of the season. We have one more this season, and then we're out of here for a while, and then we come back with season 3 after that, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. And so, I wanted to say thanks, guys, before we get any farther along, and also to tell the people thank you so much for listening. Our listeners are up. They're way up. We're swimming in listeners. It's great. We love you guys. Please like, subscribe, do all those things that social people do on social media things and things like that. And please keep listening to the Ghurn Show. We love you. And
You mean like hip thrusting the like button?
Yeah, that's certainly a way to do it. I wouldn't recommend.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, and oh man, I can't believe he came in here like he has. He's been staying in my storeroom. God, doctor, come on in. It's okay. It's all right. We're on the air, but you can come through. I know your restroom's not working. And you can use the one in the lobby. It's all right. So he'll be back here in a minute, I think. Yeah, here he comes now. Dr. Phil, say hello to the folks. Well, thank you, folks. I'm Dr. Phil. Ghurn, Dink, Hatchet,
What's up, man?
and the kitty.
Hey,
Here, kitty.
how's it going?
Yeah.
Meow.
Well, it's come to my attention that Dink had something kind of halfway derogatory about my wife, Jaybird, or what is it? What is my wife's name?
Oh, Robin's gonna be so mad
Freebird.
at you.
Freebird. Yeah, and. He was, Dink, I just want to cover that with you because I don't like leaving things unsettled. What did you say about my lovely Robin?
Well, I didn't know. I was brought to my attention that she has had plastic surgery. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, that's real true. Dink, she's had plastic surgery all over her face. Those cheeks are tight as banjo strings. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about that at all, Dink. But you know what I didn't get? You know what didn't happen? Augmentation. Augmentation didn't happen, Dink. The face happened. I'm okay with that. I don't care about that. I've looked at that aplenty. But there was no augmentation. And Dink, we're talking about A cups here, buddy. I mean, just how much can a man stand? A cups, Dink. Okay?
Well,
come on.
I've always found smaller breasts were more sensitive, so
Well, I'm afraid you're off the mark there, Dink. You're way off the mark there.
Well, I've never.
If they're not big, well, you don't have anything to strut your stuff with, and then you're left with holding the hand, and you're out of breath. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
I just don't agree. I mean, I don't know what she had done to her face, but all these people getting Botox that travels around, and why would you want her to put foreign stuff in her body? I don't understand that.
Let me make this clear to you, Dink. We're talking A cups, all right? All right? You don't seem to get the gravity of the situation. Okay? The gravity of the situation is as follows. A goddamn cups, Dink.
The gravity of A cups is they don't sag like bigger cups.
No, we're talking skeeter bites, buddy. We're talking, I got a zit on my ass bigger than her tits, all right?
I don't believe that's true, and I don't believe that.
I don't know how you.
Why a doctor like you. I mean, what is, man? This is like a freaking roller coaster.
I don't know what you don't understand, Dink. You stood back. You looked at it. You looked at my ass. It's a giant goddamn pimple. Okay? Giant.
What?
It's huge. It's huge. And it's smaller. She's small, Dink. The A cups, bud.
I don't understand, Doc. you being a professional, I don't get it. So
Well, you need to get it, and I don't get it either. I don't get it either. I reach for it, and it ain't there. Neither one of them.
Doc, does this
Neither
have
one of
anything
them's there.
to do with why you're staying at the Backache Studios? And by the way, how is that lobby bathroom? Is it clean?
No, it's not clean, Dink. It's not clean. It's bad here. It's bad. It's really bad here.
Why are you there, Doc?
It's the only place I got to go because I fell upon hard times, and I tried to look at it. I tried
You're
to
obsessed with
make
big
sense
breasts,
of it.
and I don't think that's healthy.
I asked questions, and nobody seems to have the answer. And I know what the answer is, Dink. You know what the answer is?
What is it?
Well, I know the problem. The problem is A cups, Dink. A cups. Okay?
Pretty superficial, Doc.
That's the problem.
Sorry.
Now the solution, okay, I see D's, double D's, anywhere in there, anywhere in that area, and you just can't understand. You can't know the what I'm going through. I'm going through this by myself, Dink. Nobody understands my problem.
Well, I'm here for you, Doc. I just don't get it.
Well, I'm going to go back to Ghurn's storeroom and think about.
Think about what you said.
I just can't look at another A cup.
Oh yeah.
This has been the Ghurn Blandston Show. I am Ghurn Blandston. I'm here with Dink.
Yep.
Dr.
My
Hatch.
toes.
I'm here with Kitty. And we want to tell you it's a Ghurn Blandston Show. 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 It's a Ghurn. It's a Ghurn. It's a Ghurn Blandston Show.
Ghurn Blandston Show.
Ghurn.